good, squad? It's the big homie SB23 back at you with some more words of wisdom. Today we talking about life as a game and how to upgrade your creative player. So I look at life like it's a game, like any game that you would play, like PlayStation or Xbox or PC or whatever the case may be. If you hop into the game, you have a creative player, and that creative player is basically your avatar within that game. So within that game, the whole sole purpose of most games is for you to level up and to gain abilities as you level up in order to play the game at the highest level. So not even necessarily just to beat the game, but to play the game at the highest level, because even when you get to the highest level, there's always something within those levels or that level that you can play over, so you can keep playing it so that you get even better at the game. So I look at life like that. Like GTA is Grand Theft Auto, for anybody who doesn't know that might want to look it up, is like that type of game. Like when you hop in, it's like real life. Like there's a city, you can have a car, you have a house, there's people that you interact with that help you and send you on missions to do so and so, and then when you come back you get rewarded with funds. So it's like real life. Like you can dress yourself up, you can have tattoos, you can have whatever you want within that game. If you do something wrong, the police chase you, you know, it's like real life. So if you look at it like that, the whole point, again, like I said, in any game, is to upgrade your creative player. So you want to have as much money as you could possibly have, so you can do the things that you would like to do. You want to customize your player the way that you want. You want to go through each mission and level and get the new abilities, so it's easier to play the game. And that's the same as real life. Like in your real life, you should treat it as if you are a creative player, because you really are. Every time you go to sleep, you tap out of this realm consciously, and you're still here subconsciously. But when you're asleep, you don't know what's going on. You're asleep, so you're not tapped into this world anymore. You're on a different plane. But when you wake up, that's like logging back on to the game. So then when you log back onto the game, you have an opportunity to play the game any way that you want to play it. It's up to you. So if you keep playing it the same way, it's going to get boring after a while. It's going to get stagnant. It's going to get boring if you keep playing the game the same way. But if you find new ways to play the game, if you unlock hidden abilities within yourself, so then you can play the game a different way, now it becomes exciting. Now you have an exciting life, or you're playing within the game you're playing. It's exciting because now you're looking at things and you got new abilities, so you can do different things. Like in one scenario, you might not have been able to financially get what you want to get, but now that you unlock this new ability, now you got money flowing in. Now you can do more things within the game. Now you having fun. Now life is fun. So it's like with that, you just have to have the understanding and look at it from that mindset. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. So anytime I get into the game, and if you let's say if you're on a level and you haven't gotten past that level, you keep failing, you got an opportunity to figure something out within the game to help you pass that level, so then you can reach the next level and now play the game at a higher level. It makes sense when you think about it. If you really break it down to that, it makes perfect sense why you should want to upgrade. So again, be it physically, mentally, emotionally especially, because emotions is one thing that within this game that we play is hard to get past. Once you can control your emotions, then you can control the game, because now you're not getting swayed by your emotions. You're making decisions off of logic, and every time you make a logical decision, then the steps that you're making are more precise, as opposed to an emotional decision, which makes you do things impulsively, which you probably wouldn't have done had you not been within whatever emotion it was that had you moving that way. So again, if you look at it from that aspect, it's important to upgrade the things within yourself, so then your life will upgrade. Remember, I always tell you, whatever you are harboring on the inside manifest on the outside. So if you're in the game and you're playing the game from a negative space, then you're going to get negative results within the game. But if you come to the game with a positive space and you're in control and you're using your emotions and moving within positivity, then within the game you're going to have positive results, and then you're going to be able to level up quicker. And then also too, you got to understand that everybody, we're all playing the same game, but we're playing the game at different levels. So it's like, it might seem as though somebody might be at a higher level than you, but really that's not the case, because again, like I've said before, energy is the key. So energy doesn't lie. Whatever energy you have is going to dictate how your game goes. So just because somebody moved past you in this physical like realm, as far as like maybe they might have more money than you, or maybe they might have gotten to a goal quicker than you, or maybe they are maybe they just started off the game more financially set than you. That doesn't mean that they're at a better space than you within the game. That just means that they were given abilities that you didn't have off the jump. But the thing about that is, when you're given something quickly, or if you attain it quickly, the faster you attain something is the faster you can lose it. If you take your time and play the game the right way, once you do get to your destination and acquire whatever it is that you wanted, you're going to be able to sustain it, because you, along the journey, you built up all of the intangible things that you need in order to sustain this new power that you have. So again, that's why you should never compare somebody else's situation to yours, because somebody might be able to go ahead and do something and make a move real quick, but then they end up not being able to handle that new level of success because they didn't build up the attributes from the lower levels to sustain being able to play on that high level. So then they get knocked back down to the lower level until they really are ready for that level. So again, it's very simple. It's like when you break it down to a game aspect, then you will understand that you don't need to compare yourself to anybody else, because you're playing the game at your level, and you just keep playing it at your level. And then also with the understanding that if you are playing it in an honorable way with good energy, you are eventually going to get to the level that you want to get to, because you're playing the game the right way. You know, you can have a cheat code or whatever it is and, you know, be trying to cheat or whatever, but it's never going to be as satisfying as if you went through the game and played it without having a cheat code. You know what I'm saying? You can have a cheat code that makes the game easier, but then what happens when you lose the cheat code? Now you got to go back to and do everything that you wanted to do before, or that you should have done before, to just have the attributes within the game to play it the right way. But because you took a side quest and whatever the case may be, you got a little cheat code and you put it in, yeah, you made it easier for that time point. But then if you lose that cheat code, or if you're playing the game and then you have the cheat code, you took the fun out of it. So that's the way you got to look at it. Just because you didn't reach your goal in the time frame that you might have wanted to, or just because you didn't reach the goal as fast as somebody else, doesn't mean that you're not playing the game right. It just means that it's not your time yet to level up to that level, but you're working on it at your pace. So as long as you keep plugging in to the game and working at your pace, a steady pace, and just consistently going up and up and up, eventually you're going to get to where everybody else got to, because we're all playing the same game. So the destination is very similar to where everybody wants to go. Some people get there, some people don't, but at the end of the day, as long as you keep plugging in and not giving up, you're going to reach the goal. So with that in mind, knowing that, then that takes the pressure off you, because then all you got to do is just, okay, wake up and plug in. Wake up and figure out what things I need to add to my tool belt in order to be able to play this game at a higher level, and to make it easier for me to play the game. Because every time you add a new item or a new power up, it makes the game easier. It makes the game more fun, because now you're able to move around and do things that you weren't able to do before. And sometimes you need to lose an item in order to make it better. So sometimes you might have an item that you're thinking that is the greatest thing ever, but then once that item is removed, you realize, oh, there's a whole bunch of other items out here that I could have that would suit me better, and also help level me up quicker. So it's like, You really didn't lose anything. That item was good for that point in time when you had it, but then once you lose it, it's all right because something else is gonna come. And oftentimes when you do level up, it'll replace one item with a new item. Again, if you ever play any type of like storyline game or whatever the case may be, sometimes you don't always get to keep that item that you really liked. But then when you level up to the next level and something else replaces it, it's even better than what you had before. So it wasn't even no need to even be upset about losing this one. So again, life is just a game out here. You want to take things seriously, but you want to take it too seriously. You got to understand that we're here to have a good time, really, at the end of the day, and emotions get in the way of that. You know, sometimes you can have a great connection or with somebody, friends, family, lovers, or whatever the case may be, but it gets ruined by emotions because, you know, people get in their feels and they have egos and all this stuff. But really, at the end of the day, this is all just a game. It's just like, it's not even that serious. It's just, we all should be wanting to have a good time and to enjoy our life, and we should all be trying to help each other make our lives easier so that we can all play the game at a higher level. Because again, we're not the ones setting the difficulty. We all are in the same boat trying to make it within this game, so we all should be helping each other make it easier. And that's another thing in the games, like oftentimes when it becomes easier is when you link up with somebody else. Then the game is more enjoyable because now you're having to share that experience with somebody else. Like me personally, I don't even like playing video games unless I'm playing it with other people because it makes it more fun. Because now I'm able to enjoy this game with somebody else who also gets the enjoyment of the game. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, life is like a game. It's not supposed to be that serious. You're supposed to be having a good time, adding stuff to your toolbox so you can have more fun and just enjoying it. Wake up every day with positive energy and try to make the best of it. Understand that, you know, it's not that serious. You know, once we leave from this realm, our energy is going to transmute into something else, and we're going to enjoy that experience when that happens. So make the best of this one while you can. Level up your creative player to the best of your ability. You want to hit everything at 100 max. It ain't gonna happen all at once, but if you keep plugging into the game and you keep giving it your all and overcoming obstacles, at some point you're gonna hit 100 max on everything and you're gonna be green beaning. Anybody that played 2K know what that means. So all right, y'all, I'm out of here.